Mike Wallace here, and today I'm sharing my best duck hunt ever. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. With that said, less talking, more hunting. Bow!
Two of them out back.
Yeah, they're high. Nothing duck to the left out front now.
Let's go.
Holy crap.
Ooh, that one's got some bars on it. Awesome, thank you.
Easy is whenever the top's not cooked. Over medium is whenever the
One's which?
Spec call, and these two are duck calls. And then this is my teal whistle.
Got you. Yeah, you're working all those at one time. That's pretty wild.
That's that reward band. That's
Oh, it says it on there.
100 bones off of that one.
That's tough to beat.
Killed a bird and got paid for it.
You could have one call on this whole lanyard. Which one would it be?
It's got to be this one, man. I got this. My old boss, the guy who used to run this, manage the lodge, bought this for me for my graduation present. So Jude Zombreaker, he bought that for me. He actually told me, he said, go to Bill, pick out a call you want, pick out whatever one you want. And they had that one. Bill had made this one, and he don't make these like that neon color anymore. So I got it. I've been blowing it for 10 years now.
Wow.
Well, that was easily my best duck hunt I've ever had. Thank you for that. Thank you for inviting me, Donald, because if it wasn't for you, I'd still be wondering, oh, what's the hype about over here? So
Yeah, a little quicker than normal, I'd say. It's for an average hunt here. I mean, 20 something minutes is stupid fast, but when you've got a shot like y'all did, I mean, that was good. Makes it easy.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was impressed with the dog. I mean, that was another thing too. It's like, it's one thing to, be working birds and being able to, live it out and all that, but it's another thing to have the luxury of not having to go out and get them, and then, you got birds flying over or coming in while you're out there and trying to dodge pellets and all that. So, and that was Bill, right?
That's Bill.
That's Bill Daniels. Amazing guy.
Bill owns
Rice Lane Custom Calls.
Rice Lane Custom Calls, which Matt actually used to win the championship, no?
Yeah, I live close to Bill, so I would ride my four-wheel to go there and go fish in his pond. And I got probably 14, 15 years old, I really took an interest in the calling. Like started collecting old calls and wanting to learn. So I had those calls on my four-wheeler, and he says, "What do you do?" It was some old Fox calls. And I said, man, I just kind of been blowing these things. He said, "You want to learn to blow a duck call?" I said, "Yeah, I do. I want to be good at it." So he said, "All right, come by, whatever," he said, "tomorrow, let's say." I walk in, and he got a spec call and a duck call in the same bag. He said, "Here you go. Now you're gonna learn." He gave me some videos, and I'd go over there and spend time with him and blow that call. And he said, "Man, you need to come to one of these contests. Just enter in the junior, and showed me how to do a routine, got it going, and then, crazy as it sounds, the first junior duck calling contest I went to, I won. It was in Lafayette, and so then naturally like, oh man, I can do this, so that's how I got started, man.
At that level of calling, what do you expect for most of your duck hunts, day in and day out?
Well, I mean, the call only goes so far, right? That duck's still a wild animal. It's going to do what it wants. You can sound exactly like it and be singing the perfect tune to it, but if the stars don't align and, the moon's wrong or, something, let's just say weather. I mean, for instance, weather is a big player. If it's slow, it's an east wind, cloudy, a big, blue sky day. So they're just not going to come. You can sit there and do whatever you want.
Do you think some of the best callers in the world come from right here, South Louisiana, or like where's the most or the next competitive area?
I mean, if you was to look on a map, and drop pins of where world champion spec callers live, you'd just see a red spot, right here. I mean, there's most of them come through here. Yeah, there's I would say that it started here. The really tinkering with the spec call, because back in the day, we had so many of them and people really targeted them. So they spent the time to get a call right and figured out, starting with old Shankais, they'd shave them down or whatever they did to them. I wasn't around, so I don't know, but it sparked the interest with people like Bill, who makes, Riceland, will say, well, hey, I want a call that's easy to operate and, user friendly, durable, so I mean, because we use them all the time and we really want to sound just like a goose, that started there. So I would say, yeah, a lot of these guys.
I guess what I really appreciate about that hunt today, it wasn't just how quickly that it happened, but like how effectively, like, those birds come in, they pass one good time, and it's like you almost knew they were coming back around and like they, cupping up and all that. So I didn't ever really see that in my previous hunts, so that was awesome to see. Like, and you weren't just calling at every bird like miles off. You weren't like hail calling to them or whatever. Like, it was the ones that were like, okay, like these are killable birds. Like,
right.
Do you have a knack for knowing which ones are?
Well, yeah, I mean, naturally the teal that are going to work most of the time are going to be cutting across the pond, right? Probably got up somewhere close. They're flying low. Yeah, man, with teal, a lot of people will take that first passing shot where they're not really coming in, they're just passing close and they all want to shoot. But I mean, as a guide, you've got to be thinking about, like you said, what's the most efficient way to do this, right? So I want them all to come in. I want them to just be about to start sitting down and call the shot. And it gives them a time, because at that point when that bird's landing, it's already going down. So you got like 2 seconds of the time where that bird has to hit the water and then get back up to shoot it, right? It's not, because if you take a passing shot, you got one good shot, and the next thing you know, they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. But like, I mean, with that shot, like when they're landing, you get up, you could shoot it on the water one, and then you got 2 good shots after that. So with teal, I like to wait, and when they're going to do it. When they're come screaming by, and then they bank, and then they kind of come right in, just get to the edge of the decoys, and then they kind of start fluttering.
That's where
Slow and slow.
was it either the first or the second group today where he called it. They flew in. They were all in shooting range, perfect shot, and he said, "Don't shoot yet." I was like,
That was impressive, because I was sitting there like, how are we not shooting these just yet? And then sure enough, they come right back in.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
I was never really hooked on duck hunting to begin with, but after today, I was like, all right, like now I kind of see what the hype's all about. Like when you get them good like that, it's like, all right, like that's because like I said, I've never limited out or never been with the group that's just been like uber successful like that,
Oh, yeah.
you know, even if it was any slower than what it was, like that was still, you know, very impressive. And that's the most birds I've ever seen in my life. Like, you know, even the ones way off or the geese or anything like that, I was just in awe.
Yeah, there's stuff like that too. Yeah, like so that's cool to me. Like that's you know, I just went hunting. You know, that's some stuff I've seen since I was a kid, and we talk about these like these are the bad days. You know, this isn't what it used to be. You know, my family, you know, or my old timers, they would do that with mallards and big ducks. You know, now we're just shooting teal, but I mean, still cool hunt. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. It's cool to see that though, like the teal do it right, and you know that was fun.
Donald halfway told me what to expect. Like, hey, it could be a long, kind of more drawn out hunt. You know, see some birds and all that, or it could be like, hey, you get there and you're out. You know,
Yeah.
and so I didn't really have an ideal. You know, yeah, I hope we had some action, but yeah, that was way better than what I could have ever anticipated. Anyways, but no, we appreciate it. That was
man.
such a good hunt. We appreciate your time, and
I'm glad we got to do it. It's awesome. Looking forward to seeing the footage from it.
once again, thank you guys so much for watching. More videos like this coming soon to the channel. Stay tuned. Mike out.